He brings a professional record to the ring that is unblemished. He weighed in at 153.4 pounds, and that record stands at a perfect 40 fights, 40 victories, 31 wins by knockout over the last 7 years, 11 fights, 11 KOs. He is recognized as pound for pound, the best in the world. From Omaha, Nebraska, USA, the former lightweight world champion, former undisputed super lightweight champion, the current unified, undefeated welterweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford.
Mouthpiece. Okay, coaches, both trunks are high. This is the point. Below this point is the low blow, and below this point is the low blow. I gave you guys instructions. I want to just remind you, please listen and follow my requests at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck to both of you.
Terence Crawford hasn't heard the final bell of a fight in 8 years. 2016 was the last time he went the distance. 11 straight stoppages. Can he get another one tonight and become a champion in a 4th weight class? Or will the man nicknamed the Dream make his dream come true and pick up the biggest win in his country's history? 12 rounds. Here we go.
You know, these early rounds are going to be very important for Madrimov. Crawford, admittedly a very slow starter, likes to kind of figure out what his opponents want to do. Madrimov, I think, needs to win these early rounds to bank them.
We got an early switch from Crawford right there. I always feel like when he comes out orthodox, he really wants to see what you're about. He didn't waste any time switching.
I think, Sean, fighting southpaw for Crawford, I think will help neutralize that long jab of Madrimov. That's one of his best weapons, that jab to the body. You stay in that southpaw stance, you know, it takes a little bit out of the way.
Maddox, and to your point, I think that's why he switched. He knows immediately, I need to stabilize that jab.
And Crawford's going to have the reach, the 5-inch reach over Madrimov. So I think the jab, if whoever could take the other's jab away, is going to be actually in position to land the straight punches down the pipe.
We've seen in the past Crawford sometimes a little bit of a slow starter as he downloads the information, figures his opponent out. So don't be surprised if Madrimov can bank a couple early rounds.
You know why they call him a slow starter? Because he's a counter puncher by nature. He's not supposed to start fast. He wants to see what you want to do, and he's going to take those opportunities to counter punch.
The thing that I like about Madrimov is that he always has perpetual upper body movement. These Uzbek fighters have great footwork, but notice the upper body movement, how his head is never in line, direct line of the straight left hands and the jabs of his opponents.
Both of these fighters can switch stances, the flip of a coin.
Sergio, can you see how many times both these guys keep starting over? Do you see it? They get in front of one another, and then they both take a step back and start over.
No, it's kind of like they're dancing. They're trying to get each other's rhythm and timing. None of them really wants to take a chance. And now that they're in the ring, can you see the size advantage that Madrimov has, how wide his back is and the shoulders?
Well, listen, the other thing, too, we know Madrimov only has 10 fights, but the fact that he keeps making Crawford start over lets us know that he deserves to be in the ring with Crawford.
He only has 10 pro fights, but had a reported 350 amateur bouts. That's what they do in Eastern Europe. They put a premium on amateur careers. But right now, Madrimov, the WBA champ. There's a counter right from Madrimov.
Madrimov was waiting for that right hand. Crawford saw that coming. This wicked combination by Bud Crawford in the end of that round.
And there's Eminem finishing the set. Come sit front row and watch the fights. Pretty good gig.
She a body, she knows she a 10. She a body with her body front like damn. She a homie, like damn. She a homie, like damn. She a homie, she a homie. She lit, don't let it hurt. Like damn. She a homie, like damn, like damn.
Kate Beckinsale.
Number 2, step back, step back.
Round 2. We are scheduled for 12.
That was a really good controlled first round from both guys. Just looking, trying to download information, as we like to say, and figure out what the other one is all about. I like how that first round went from both guys.
Yeah, so do I, Sean. You know, I like the way that Crawford ended it, but you could tell that he has respect for Madrimov. The upper body movement, how it's always it's never stopping. It's always perpetual upper body movement, so it's hard to time Madrimov.
It's little things like that that will stop a rhythm fighter from finding their rhythm. So again, another thing that Madrimov can do to stabilize Terence Crawford is that movement, that upper body movement.
Madrimov trying to remain a puzzle that Crawford can't figure out for as long as possible.
The other thing I see as well, Crawford moving to his left, which is moving into the power of Madrimov, but he's again trying to take away that jab hand. We see if Madrimov can't land the jab, he can't get started.
I like the way that Madrimov steps over to his right every time he tries to cut off the ring.
The funny thing, though,
there it is right there.
Yeah, you got the step over. We know the punch is supposed to come, but you got a sharpshooter standing across from you, so that's why we're not getting that step over right hand from Madrimov.
Yeah, what Madrimov lacks in professional experience, those 11 pro fights, he more than makes up for with an amateur background. More than 300 amateur wins. So he has been around the block a few times.
I like those foot feints by Madrimov. Bud's not biting on them, but he's respecting them.
I gotta slay. It's a slow fight so far for the crowd, but I like the control of both guys. I like how both guys aren't deviating from their plans.
Right hand from Madrimov. And another one. Bud shakes it off.
2 good right hands, though, right down the middle.
Bud staying in the southpaw stance. Crowd getting a little restless.
This is going to be a tough fight for Bud, man. I can see it. Trying to get the timing down of Madrimov is going to be very difficult, man. He doesn't give you much to read, and he's always perpetually moving in the same rhythm, the same bounce. You don't know, you can't time that.
And that's the thing about the crowd. They don't know Madrimov, so they don't understand. This is how he operates. Eventually, he's going to get going, which is going to get Terence going. And we hear a restless crowd so far out of just 2 rounds.
Two good body shots there by Bud.
Shot of BMO Stadium, and next Saturday, Virgil Ortiz is back, taking on Ukraine's Sergey Boachuk live from Las Vegas. And Ortiz, a potential opponent, perhaps, for Terence.
Like Crawford's controlling the fight, controlling the range, the distance, out punching, out landing. I got him winning by a lot. And I think that's what the scores would say should this fight end in 2 more rounds.
Man, I like the way Madrimov is fighting, man. I think it's a close fight. I can easily see Madrimov winning by 1 round or the opposite, but it's a close fight, Sean.
I can also tell you that Crawford has figured out Madrimov. If you watch when Crawford throws his punches, he takes 1 step and then he takes another step and then he punches. He knows Madrimov is going to slide out.
Sean, I mean, obviously I'm not the expert, but to me, clear as day, Madrimov won the last 2 rounds, and you say Crawford's figured him out.
Sean?
I got nothing to say to that.
There's a right hand from Madrimov. Either way, it's probably a little too close for comfort for Crawford. You'd like to see him turn on the gas.
No, it's a close fight, man. It really is a close fight.
Crawford trying to make history here. A 4th division champion. here at junior middleweight. Madrimov said, this is my division. He's coming into my territory, and he's not taking my gold.
Watch Crawford's feet. He takes 2 steps, and then he throws, and he lands. That right there.
Crawford lands a
He's
good
got
body
countered.
shot.
Yeah, he landed good body shots there, but then he got countered with the straight
He got
right.
countered right with the straight right.
Now Crawford on the front foot. You know he's trying to set something up, but Madrimov not letting him get it off.
Would have been better for the straight right hands of Crawford.
Yep.
You think there's a reason he hasn't been switching much, Sergio, as a right hand lands from Madrimov?
He's naturally a left-handed. He's naturally left-handed. So I think that he wants to apply power and try to finish Madrimov, and I think that that's why he stays southpaw.
I do think it is as simple as it has taken away the power jab of Madrimov to the body. Like, that is one of his best weapons, and it has been largely neutralized in this fight tonight.
Let's look at total punches landed between these two fighters. Madrimov 67 landed, Crawford 73. He's thrown many more, Madrimov more accurate.
I like the way Madrimov is always punching back. Anytime Crawford lands, Madrimov's coming right back. But a little sharper, but still, Madrimov is letting him know that he can't get away with more than 1 shot before coming back.
And I think Madrimov has deceptive speed, which is something that Crawford wasn't ready for. He's a little more relaxed on his defense than he needs to be, and that's why he's gotten caught so much.
Rare, wild shots from Madrimov there.
What he needs.
Ooh, good shot.
He overextended himself, and Crawford made him pay with 30 seconds to go here in the 11th.
It was a left uppercut, clean left uppercut. Bud stepped back, caught him coming in. Credit to Madrimov, man. That was a nice shot. Well-timed uppercut by Bud Crawford.
Good 1, 2, 3 from Crawford. He's having a great 11th round.
This is the first round I've seen Crawford take over and finally overwhelm Madrimov. Can he finally be breaking him down?